Hello, ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Get 'em Girl, a girl's guide to relationships, femininity, dating, polarity, and attraction. Okay, ladies, so today I want to talk to you about something a little bit different because on this channel, I want to make sure that I'm always giving you all facets, the deep reality of what it is to be a feminine woman, and furthermore, a feminine woman who actually expects more out of life and has standards for people and standards for her lifestyle. And there is a side of that I have not touched on as much on the channel, and that is more so the more difficult side of the fact that we live in a society that does not like to see Black women in the light to where we have things for ourselves and it doesn't look like we had to struggle to get there. Right, ladies? So there's really this kind of unspoken thing in society to where they expect struggle from Black women. That's what they want from us. That's what they expect us to have. And the funny thing is, I was looking at a video of, I want to say Boz the other day, and she was kind of giving herself a pat on the back, and she was, talking about how she loves the life she lives and she doesn't worry for anything. And then she kind of went into, the fact that she was this high-level exec for Netflix and for Uber and all of this. And I seen multiple comments where it was kind of like Caucasian ladies. They had like, oh, okay, well, I thought she was a little bit big-headed, but after hearing her resume, she earned it, And to me, I'm like, if that would have been anyone else who was kind of giving themselves just a little bit of a pat on the back and saying how much they love their life, they wouldn't even expect to hear a resume. They would be like, you go, girl. Right, ladies? But for us as Black women, we have to have some kind of record of struggle, some resume of struggle, some resume of some kind of achievement or hard times that we've been through and show that we've worked so hard so that we can even have bragging rights on our own life. Okay, and so I want you to realize that even in your feminine walk, even in requiring more for your life and wanting a better lifestyle and actually getting those things, you will have a side of it that may not be as beautiful, right, as we would want it to be, because there will be microaggressions. There will be people who are looking at you and expecting you to have struggled. They're going to be looking at you and they're going to be side-eyeing the fact that it looks like you're living a little more leisurely. They're not going to accept the idea that you're not constantly going through turmoil and you have this beautiful life. And the sad thing is, it's ingrained so much in society that sometimes even we do it to ourselves as Black women. And we kind of throw salt at women that we see who they don't subscribe to a struggle. They don't feel the need to relate. I feel like I see that so much with Black like creators and things like that. It's like after they start to live a life to where it's more leisurely, they make more, they have nice houses and all that kind of stuff, their fan base kind of turns on them and they're like, you're not relatable anymore. Okay, as a Black woman, I don't relate to you anymore. You're like a white woman now. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, so to have a beautiful, soft life and not have to struggle and to live the life that you want to live, now you characterize it as a white woman. I see that a lot on like Jackie Ina's page, a few people's pages where I'm like, all of a sudden they're not relatable because they're living a good life. And that goes to show how disassociated like the Black woman is from living a beautiful, soft, leisurely life. We should be able to relate to that. We should be able to look at that and see that that is actually our birthright. We should be able to look at those things and actually identify with them instead of feeling like we can't relate and that person isn't relatable anymore. And so that goes to show you how really ingrained struggle is for the Black woman, how ingrained that is into our society. And it's sad to see, and the thing is, I hope that you won't, but there's high possibility that you will experience those certain microaggressions as you're on this feminine journey. And I'm telling you this more so as preparing you as opposed to trying to warn you against doing it. Right, ladies? I want to prepare you for it and let you know that these things are out there. There are people who actually react to you in this way. And it's kind of in the forefront of my mind because over this past year, especially going into the beginning of this year, certain things have kind of started coming into fruition where my life is looking a lot more like I always wanted it to look. And there's certain things that I don't have to do that, a lot of people do. And I live really well, and I'm very blessed, and I'm very happy about it. And I'm starting to see kind of that negative side of going after this lifestyle. And so I want to make sure that I'm sharing it with you, ladies, so that you're not shocked by it when you see it, so that you can recognize what it is and still walk in your full femininity. Right, ladies? So that you can understand that it's coming from a place of a learned kind of behavior of being a part of this society. And that's why we experience people not willing to accept the fact that we as Black women don't have to struggle for everything. We as Black women actually deserve a luxurious life. We as Black women do not have to be your advocate every time something is going on with you, because that's a big part of it too. Everyone looks at the Black woman as their supporting character. That always gets me. We're always someone's supporting character, whether it's for people of a different race, whether it's for Black men in society. We're always looked at as someone's supporting character, providing support to someone, emotional support to someone, laying down on the dagger for other people. We are always looked at as that front line, and we don't have to do that. And as a woman who outright denies taking responsibility for other people, they do not like to see that when it's us. They will accept that we have more, like Black women, as far as the Black race, Black women outpacing men as far as earnings this is actually the only race where that is a thing, right? But that's acceptable in society because they feel like, well, they work so hard, they struggle so hard. Yeah, they can outpace the Black men. We get it. That's fine. Right, ladies? They're okay with us having some kind of success as long as we seem to have struggled for it. And I don't subscribe to that. And so I guess what I want to do is serve a precaution, right, ladies? I want to encourage you still to realize that a feminine soft life is your birthright. It is your birthright to live a lifestyle that is beautiful to you, to where you're not struggling. It is your birthright to have a love and a relationship that you did not have to struggle for. Right, ladies? It is your birthright to live fully and loudly in the life that you want to live without having to explain all the things you did to deserve to be there. Right, ladies? And there will be microaggressions. I'm sorry. There will be criticisms. I'm sorry. It will be a lot of that because not that many women are actually willing to walk this walk, because although it's beautiful, and when you're first starting your journey and you're growing and all these things, and your life will be beautiful, all these things, they still have an effect on how people see us. And sometimes it's just easier to fit into the shell and into the compartment that people put us in. And so not every woman will take this walk. But what I'm going to say to you as the feminine woman, what I'm going to say to you as a woman who expects more from our men, from our lives, income, lifestyle, as a woman who expects more, be prepared, right? And even in that, be prepared, know that it's coming, and still know that you deserve it. Okay, ladies, it does not matter. Sometimes this is a lonely walk. Okay, sometimes this is just something that isolates you. Sometimes you have to drop people. Sometimes you get lonely in this lifestyle. But if you allow yourself to live fully in your truth, you will gravitate to the right people, or the right people will gravitate towards you. You will build sisterhoods with people and women who get it. You will start to kind of get a circle around you of people who actually understand it if you allow yourself to walk in it and attract those people to you. Okay. And so this is for the woman that may be discouraged by her feminine walk and discouraged by that isolation. This is for the woman who may be experiencing certain microaggressions and experiencing the judgment of others who don't feel like she deserves to be where she is. This is for you to understand that even in all of that, you still deserve, you still should go after it. You still live the life because this is what you wanted and this is your birthright. Okay, ladies, so despite all of that discomfort, this is still yours to claim. Okay, and there's healing in walking in this truth. It's healing and liberation in seeing luxury as your birthright. Okay, it's healing to know that you don't have to be attached to another demographic to have the life that you want to live, but it's yours fully as a Black woman on your own to have this right. You can have those standards. You can have that lifestyle. And I don't want you to be discouraged by the others who don't feel like you do. We will make them get used to seeing it. Right, ladies? They will just have to get used to it. And that's okay. Okay, ladies, so all in all, this was more just to kind of encourage you and encourage my ladies who are really on this walk, like in real life, who are really making changes in their lives, who are really going into their femininity and living in that out loud and making it to where they're living the life that they really want to live in leisure, in love, in whatever it is that you're focused on this time. You deserve it. Right, ladies? And I want to be a reminder of that. And I want to caution you. And even with that caution, I want you to still do what you're supposed to do. I want you to still go after the life you want to have. Okay, ladies? So hopefully this was encouraging to you. I really wanted to talk to y'all about it because sometimes even as I'm talking to y'all, I'm talking to myself, right? And so I really wanted to just get this in some of you ladies' ears so that you know what's the real behind it, sometimes what you really have to deal with sometimes, and still encourage you to do it anyway. Okay, ladies, so if you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and let me know down in the comments below. I want to thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all on the next episode of Get 'em Girl. Bye.